When the British settled Bermuda in 1609, they faced a problem: the absence of freshwater lakes and rivers.
One of the first things they had to do was figure out exactly where and how they were going to get their water. So the capturing of rainwater and storing in a cistern, underneath or next to your houses, that became a priority.
Today's Bermudian houses still collect water via these stepped roofs and underground cisterns.
We're a fairly sophisticated jurisdiction, but we have these very traditional elements in terms of our architecture.
Philippe Rouge's classic Bermudian house is straight out of a storybook, surrounded by flowers, wild cherries, and gigantic mulberry trees. Rouge delights in the land and the sea.
I've never had this. It's delicious.
A lot of people will say, well, I live in Bermuda, it's 20 square miles, how do you live here? And so I sort of say, well, yeah, it's a small town of 60,000 people, but if I told you that it was a small town of 60,000 people on the edge of Yosemite National Park, you'd say, that's a pretty cool place.
Rouge is a marine scientist and anthropologist who studies sea level rise and reef health.
We actually have quite a temperature range in our water. And so it means our coral reef on the outer rims, like in that sort of clean water, it's kind of bucking the trend.
Rouge also has an unusual title. He's Bermuda's official custodian of historic wrecks.
So I'd say there's easily over 300 shipwrecks around Bermuda. Well, there's over 230 that we have cataloged. Snake Pit has 3 small shipwrecks around it.
Rouge films these wrecks for his research. The National Museum of Bermuda houses a large collection of underwater artifacts from the 16th and 17th centuries. Why so many seafaring disasters?
We're this really isolated spot in the middle of the Atlantic. We are surrounded by a very broad and beautiful fringing reef.
Early transatlantic ships didn't know how to cross the reef, if they even knew it was there at all.
So we have like a literal agglomeration, some places 3-4 shipwrecks on top of each other, where those ships have all encountered the exact same problem. As they hit the reef, they try to turn away, and they just keep hitting more reef. What makes a shipwreck distinctive is that it doesn't belong there, right? These are river rocks from somewhere in Europe or North America. We just don't have that kind of stone here.
Shipwrecks were the foundation of Bermuda's initial reputation as the Isle of Devils, says Rouge. In the 1960s, the myth of the Bermuda Triangle took off after a few planes and ships disappeared in the area. Rouge says the myth also likely served as a cover for U.S. military activity.
Where they were flying experimental planes, and they were testing new methods of sort of detecting Russian submarines. We're using a massive hydrophone setup that could literally hear things happening throughout the Atlantic Basin. So Bermuda was a critical piece of that sort of Cold War sort of listening apparatus.
Occasionally, shipwreck discoveries manage to unearth something whimsical.
This is the shipwreck perfume, the Mary Celestia. This is the original, and this is the recreation.
And it's the most wonderful, coolest fragrance I've ever had the chance to work on.
In 2011, Rouge and his team discovered the Mary Celestia. It sank off Bermuda's coast in 1864, just after departing for North Carolina. Some supplies on board were found intact.
Mary Celestia is right there. And that's the exact spot where we found the wine and the perfume tucked away deep in there.
Rouge brought the fragrance to master perfumer Isabel Ramsey Brackstone of Lily Bermuda, a perfumery in St. George since 1928.
It was really fascinating opening a bottle of perfume that had been under the sea for 150 years. It was very pungent.
So what did it smell like?
It smelled awful.
A chemical analysis revealed that the perfume, which was from London, was made of simple essential oils. Ramsey Brackstone blended a new version.
Neroli, grapefruit peel, rosewood, ambers, and musks.
Ramsey Brackstone handcrafts all of her perfumes and teaches visitors to blend their own scent.
So this is your classroom?
Yes.
Perhaps one inspired by flowers, fruit, the woods, or the vast and luminous sea.
Bermuda really allows us to focus on the essence of our lifestyle. Simple, beautiful, and unhurried.